Welcome to Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill.
And listen, it has been a long week.
It's been the second week of school for sure.
You know what? I
Fair
told
to
someone
say.
today that I feel like I am a fireman because all I did was put out fires today. So
Were you a successful fireman, or did some people lose their lives?
No, everybody's still alive and they went home happy.
Oh.
Well, one went home not happy, maybe, but majority went home happy. So let's just put it that way.
One slightly unsatisfied customer's okay.
But good news, that customer will be back Tuesday. So that's the good news.
No matter what, buddy, you're coming back. So.
And actually, they were sad because they had to go. So that's the good news.
That is good news.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Are you ready for our highs and lows?
Yes.
Jumping in.
Just go big or go home. Go on.
In. All right. Well, I'll go first because you like that.
I do.
My high this week was just, as we start a school year and you get new students, they aren't quite sure. And there you have the ones that like to test you on stuff. And we've figured out some of those students pretty quickly. And as a staff, like all the people that work with that kid, or I say all, a lot of the core people that work with him, we were able to get together. We spent time and kind of come up with some plans, like already hit it going, and like consistency, because now when they're switching classes with us, it's easy to not be consistent because we each have our own thing. And we've just done that even across our related arts. We've sent out like, these are the things that we're doing for this kid, and even today I could tell a difference with stuff.
Wow.
And so it's just nice seeing that. And when kids can struggle and kids will test and kids will manipulate.
Yes.
They will do all the things.
They're actually very good at
that.
They
really are. And so it's just good to have like staff members that you can get together with and problem solve. Like I can't handle just whining. Drives me crazy.
Oh, I'm that way. I can handle a lot of things.
Yeah.
But whining is
just not that thing.
Yeah.
And so if we see a problem, that's fine. Bring up the problem. And this team, like we just came together and problem solved. And so it just felt really good. Like they're professionals trying to figure it out, and it's starting to work already. Or I feel like it is. So that was my high. My low is that, okay, so everything's just crazy right now, right? Beginning of the year, and you get all this stuff. Stuff comes your way. For me, stuff is coming my way, like papers from not even just kids. I'm talking like
from the office.
Yeah, the office, my lit coach, my special education teacher, all the stuff. And then on top of that, your orders from school, some come a little bit later, or we did get a grant, yay, and we're getting all this other stuff. Yes. And I am a minimalist, or I try to be, and I try to keep things somewhat organized, and I feel like I don't even have that much in my closet, but right now I am like a 10-year-old kid that is shoving everything in closets.
So it looks good.
Yes, on the outside things look good, but my life is a mess right now. And like when I open it, I even had to grab something when the kids were in. I'm like, do not look at this. It probably looks like your closet, and I'm not happy about it right now.
But don't look.
I don't have time to mess with it.
I'm with you.
What am I supposed to do with this right now? I can't do it. Put it here.
No.
And it just keeps getting put in different places. So,
but on the flip side, when you get those things that you get from it, isn't it like Christmas every time the grant money? Yeah, I've been ordering stuff. We're kind of redoing a room, and it comes in like one at a time. So like every day, it's like Christmas.
I had Christmas for 2 days, and it was like, $500 worth of games.
Oh man!
So and the kids see them come in, and they're like, and so they're all really excited for like our Tiger Focus time that we have, our enrichment time, and so I am super excited about that. And
that's just having the time to put it away.
And it's not even that stuff actually. I could handle that. It's like this other stuff I'm getting that I'm like, not ready, not wanting that. So I can't decide if I need to like try to spend a day cleaning like on my off day, but I don't want to do that.
We're too tired for it.
I don't want to do that.
Don't do it. But
then I don't like opening. I don't know. It's a really. I don't know. I don't know what to do, Robin.
You know what? I feel like next week you'll have a little time. I feel good about it.
Okay. If you feel good about it, then certainly I will have enough time.
You know what? I'm glad you feel that way. So,
all right, high and low for you.
All right. You know what? Listen, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or maybe but I am just, the low is I'm tired. I mean, I am just tired, and I got a Charlie horse in the middle of the night.
Jeez.
And I don't know I haven't had one in a long time.
Oh my gosh.
But you're like, I was like, I can't walk. I was like, I literally can't walk on this. It hurts so bad. And you're trying not to wake. I'm not trying to wake up Dave, but I'm like, oh Lord, save my leg, Lord. Just let it release.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Take the leg.
Take the leg.
Take the leg.
It'd be better if it was gone.
Like, it bad. But I mean, it is like we said last week, when you're going from 3,000 steps to 15,000 steps, my legs like, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah. So anyway, I'm just
some bananas
and a pickle juice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have you been doing it?
No, but I'm going to start this weekend because listen, this left leg is not the same today as it was the week.
No.
So I'm just tired. That's all my low is. Yeah. My high is, because I work with some kids that are kind of hard and tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
Today, I had a kid that was really upset because he did not get something that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of throwing a fit and stuff. And I looked at him and I said, do you need a hug? And he was mad. He's like, yes. And he came and he laid his head right here. He was standing. And tears welling up, and he just sat there and he just rocked me back and forth. And I thought, you know what? This is why I do what I do.
Yeah.
Some kids, and in fact, his regular ed teacher said, forget the treasure chest or forget the thing he wanted. What that kid needed was right there. She was telling my principal, she said he needed someone to love on him and to hug him and let him know that it was just so precious because we had a rough day all day. Mm-hmm. But what we do makes a difference. And even though they were upset with him just laying his head right, he was standing up, but he just was crying and he was holding on to me so tight. And I thought, man, this is why I do what I do. Mm-hmm. And so it was really my high. It was a great end of the day.
And kids need more of that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a disconnect with some families and some other situations where there's not just that affection of just the human touch.
Yeah.
And it's like a hug can mean so much, and it does. I mean, I've been in a situation where I felt like somebody hugged me. I just felt like things just melted away.
And I think also going back to that, also for parents, kids also need boundaries because I was not giving in. He wanted something and we were not giving in.
Yeah.
But we were still able to give what he needed without giving him the things that he wanted. He was just trying to control the situation.
Yep.
He just needed that attention, and he needed that, and how important that is. And how much that means to people. It was a good moment for me.
Oh,
it was a good moment.
Love that. All right. Well, we're in the second week of school, and Robin and I were talking about where are we with things and where are we going, and that's what we're going to talk about.
And we've had several people that actually this week has messaged us.
Yeah.
We very seldom do people message us on Instagram or Facebook, but some of these came the week before, and we just didn't get to them in time to see. So this week we're like, people actually came and shared stories from all over. This time it really was all over. And so we thought we would actually share some of those because we laughed so hard. Some of them are our own stories. Some are from other places. Some are from all over. So we're just going to share those funny stories of the day.
Okay. Well, I can start us off.
Okay.
So I had a student that I had last year still in our building. And first of all, I love that she pretty much tells every staff member in the building to tell me hi. And she also hands other staff members letters for me to get to me.
Well, I'm sure they love that too.
It is really sweet.
I know.
It is so sweet. And I needs that stuff. So, but I happened to see her one day and she eyes lit up and she was like, Mrs. Weedle, oh my gosh. And she's like, did you get my letter? I'm like, I did. I loved it so much. Thank you so much. And I was like, oh, you're looking older. And she goes, so are you. And I looked at her and go, well, I don't think that's what I want to hear. And she goes, oh my, I mean.
Wiser.
And the teacher that was with her was like, I think she means that you look really nice. And she goes, that's what I mean. You're so pretty, Mrs. Weedle. And it was just this moment of like, I just died. And the teacher came to me later and was like, Weedle, oh my gosh. I'm like, I know. So be careful what you say to kids because they may just say,
turn it back on you.
Coming right back. And I was just thinking like, because I didn't see her all summer. Yes. Oh, it's like almost like a compliment for her, right? Like, oh, you're looking older. You too. Like, what do you mean I'm looking older? I don't know. Still 25. Kidding.
Listen, as old as you want.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's mine. That's one.
Well, I had a little kid that was in the kindergarten pod, and he was just kind of walking around. And so I said, buddy, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah. And he said, I'm scared. I need to go potty, and I'm scared. Oh. And so I was like, okay, why is he scared of the potty? So I took him to his teacher.
Why is he scared of the potty?
I said, listen, he won't go. And she's like, well, maybe he's just wandering around. I was like, I think he needs to go to the bathroom. So I finally said, buddy, show me where you want to go. And so I went in there, and the toilet was full of junk.
It's full of what, Robin? What was it full of? What was that toilet full of?
Junk.
Chunk or junk?
Junk.
People put trash in the toilet? What do you mean, Robin?
And so
was there a pile of poo?
Yes. There was.
And the kid was scared.
And so I said, I'll take care of this. So I was very brave and I flushed it because I'm a superhero. And so I flushed
Superheroes
it. And all of a sudden I solved his world problem.
Wow.
So you know what? I just want you to know it's amazing what you can do.
You know what? That's the stuff they can't teach you in school.
No.
You know?
How just one little flush of the toilet can make a day go around so much better.
Because it's not just gross. It's
because honestly,
scary.
I told this teacher, I was like, I was a little afraid too.
Nothing will ever beat when we were filming things for the Oscars a couple years ago.
That is the worst.
And a toilet had that
is
poo in it for months.
And
at least 2 months, if not 3, because the building had been shut down. Mm-hmm. There were gnats. I know some of you are disgusted right now, and I am sorry, but that was a reality too.
Yeah, we might should warn this might be PG-13 rated.
PG-13 today. PG-13.
Watch your children. We've already said the poop word.
So we said the poop word.
So you might want to watch this with
where might it go next? It may be a PG-13 one today. I don't know after what we brought in.
Someone actually sent this on our Instagram, and it said that they had to have the nurse call poison control because a little boy thought the preservatives packet in his beef jerky was a seasoning packet, so he sprinkled it over the beef jerky and ate it for a snack.
Gosh. The preservatives? Yeah. Are they like, what's the preservatives like? Is it like a plastic thing?
Yeah, the little plastic thing to keep it fresh.
I had to do that one. I had to call poison control one time on my own kid because they actually got one though out of like a purse and were chewing on it. And I called and then they actually told me, they said, because it said choking hazard or it said like, do not eat. Yeah. And they said, oh, actually it won't hurt them. For what my kid ate. That's just because they might choke on it if they eat too much.
Oh, so now you pass them out of snacks?
Yeah. So I'm like, anything that comes in a purse is totally fine to eat. Don't call poison
We're not
control.
saying that, though. Don't encourage it.
Okay? It says do not eat on it. It's just like poison control is not like take them to the ER to get their stomach pumped.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. I've had to call poison control a couple of times.
I only did once when my kid was little. I think
young children.
That's different between boys and girls.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so next story. Keep going. Keep it going. Keep the stories going. Next story comes from a math teacher.
Okay.
They, first week, sometimes you do have some time fillers. Yes. And so they have these coloring pages, but it is math related. Yeah. And so the kids like it. And this kid is just going at this page, like, boom, 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 boom. And he looks at her and he goes, oh my gosh, it's as pretty as a pina colada. And she looks at him like, what? It's as pretty as a pina colada.
You know what? I like that. I don't think it's appropriate for school, but it's very...
Or a 10-year-old.
Or a 10-year-old.
I mean, a 10-year-old even...
That's true.
I am confident my children would not...
I wonder what's going on at their house.
I don't know. Party time. You know what? On a Friday afternoon, that may be where you would want to be.
At their house.
I mean,
that's funny.
The next day, he was like, brought her in a margarita. No, just kidding. He did not bring in a margarita. But yeah, pretty as a pina colada. They are pretty. But
yeah.
I wonder if it's like a phrase his parents say like a lot.
It doesn't really seem like a phrase you would say. You're as pretty as a pina colada. I just don't feel like when you think pretty, you don't think pina colada. But maybe you do.
I at least
can't think of what it really looks like, but I'm sure it's pretty.
It's not. There's not a lot. I mean, I don't.
No.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to
keep them alive, but no.
Okay.
Keep trying.
Next time.
All right. So this one happened to me this week, and it's a tiny bit inappropriate. So if you want to fast forward, you can.
You want to put it, you know what? I think what you should do is on the podcast, you can actually slow it down so that our voices are like, all right. Just do that.
Maybe it'll be okay. Go really slow-mo.
It'll be fun.
Well, one of my kiddos was was having a rough day and turned it around. Yeah. And so I was like, man, I am so proud of you. I was like, I loved how you made these choices. You switched around. I was like, come on, give me a high five up here. Yeah. I was like, all right. He said, down low right here.
Down low.
And he said, do you want to twist my titty? I looked at a shock.
Have you done that before?
No. I don't know where it came from. But I was shocked that I can't do that shock factor because my kids say a lot of things. Yeah. And I said,
how did you handle it?
I said, you know what? That's not appropriate. How about we do a fist bump? And I was like, yeah, that's good. Let's keep going. And inside, I wanted to die 1,000 deaths. I don't think I've ever heard that word used at my school before.
Really?
In the world. Do you use that word often?
I don't.
Do you hear it?
I just feel like it's used in my building by the kids occasionally.
Well, not in elementary young very often.
Well, okay,
and so it was a little shocking. Yeah. And I got to my room and I laughed so hard because it was a shock.
I'm just glad you said no. Because I'm a mandated reporter, and
that would be. Listen, I felt like maybe I should have reported just for having to hear the word. Okay. So anyway, yes. So it was very shocking.
Did he was sincere about it?
No, it's sincere.
Instead of laughing.
I think he has a bunch of brothers, and I think it's.
You think all? So what do you think happens in my house, Robin? We're all like high, down low. You want to twist mine? That is not a thing that happens in my house. You are boy discriminating on that.
And then maybe we can delete this story too. No. Today. It's going to feel bad. Listen,
guys. Okay, I think it's a bad idea for us to record on a Friday.
I think we really shouldn't.
I know this is coming out on Monday. We recorded this on Friday. It was probably a bad choice on our part.
It was a very bad choice.
Man, wow. Let's just keep this rolling.
Or maybe not.
Oh, this is you know what? This is probably the best episode yet. The best episode yet.
That's what we say every week.
Well, that's because we're optimistic about all things. Okay, well, so my next one, this one comes from Denver, Colorado.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nice.
Listeners in Denver, I love it. And this actually feels like it could make sense in Denver. So, am I so
tired.
You're just tired.
Go ahead.
Guys, so this listener is a gentleman, and I'm saying that just so you understand, and he has a female principal. Okay. So this gentleman, he's talking to his female principal about some different things, but then it's like it needs to be a conversation that's private.
Okay.
Instead of maybe approaching it the best way.
Yeah.
What comes out of this male teacher's mouth is, can I?
Why am I afraid? I'm pretty sure we're going to be.
Can I take you into your office? Can I take you? No, that was it. Can I take you? Sorry. Can I take you in your office?
What did the principal say?
I mean, I wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
It's in Denver. But what the person added to this was that thankfully they think their female administrator didn't catch it at all. Which, a busyness in an office area.
It is.
They don't always catch those things. And your mind's
thinking about other things.
Now, unfortunately, I think for this individual, they did mention that a coworker was near and gave them the eyes like, did you just tell our female admin? Ask her if you could take her in her office?
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I really hope that this individual shares that story with their coworkers and they can have a good laugh.
You know what? I wish that this person would live here so I could really have a conversation with them.
Well, I don't know that I want them to because they may ask me if they can take me in my classroom. That could be awkward. And so,
oh my gosh, that's awful.
But you know what? I really appreciate people. And here's the thing, guys. Anytime you have a great story, send it to us.
Because you know what? Even with like my funny story and these other stories, people don't know the reality of a teacher. Of all the things that we hear through the day and things that are said, our life is hilarious.
Yeah.
It really is. There's so many funny things that happen throughout the day that it's just nice to know we're not alone, and it just brings some joy to us.
Yes. it's another great reason is that the benefits of being a teacher.
Yes.
I mean, just your great stories that you come away with.
You can't make them up. I said you can't make them up.
And we say things sometimes, like, it depends on your age group too, but sometimes things come out of our mouths and we're like, uh-oh, are they going to take it a certain way? Like, I have to be very careful when we go out to recess and kids need to get equipment out of the basket to play with, like basketballs and kickballs.
And you have to be careful how you say, because they catch on to anything you say, they turn it as inappropriate.
And maybe it's okay in some avenues, but if I say certain things in front of my fifth graders,
they take it the wrong way.
Oh my gosh, the word "but" gets them going.
Oh yes.
So we have to ex-nay that, but we live a great life. So thank you, listener in Denver, for sharing that.
Thank you for everyone that shares your stories.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's one of the best. It's the highlight. It's a highlight. And really, if we can't laugh at ourselves in this situation.
Who can we laugh at? And if we can't laugh at you, who can we laugh at? So share your story.
Because we already laugh at ourselves.
We do.
We already laugh at ourselves. I maybe currently have a couple people in my building threatening me with things because, being called out at the Oscars or just having some of their funny stories. They're like, I will come for you. And I'm like, it's fine. I deserve it.
I know when the people tell me stories, they're like, you're not putting this on the podcast. And I always say, of course I am.
Yeah.
You know what you say is not a secret to me.
Right.
Unless you tell me it's a secret.
And that's still
iffy. No,
then I'm going to try to convince you it shouldn't be a secret.
Exactly. I'm not going to say anything till you give me the okay, but if you get weak for a moment, I take it and
run. Oh, Robin, we are a dangerous pair.
We are.
That's for sure. I can't believe somebody hasn't given us a reality show or
I know.
I mean, our own radio station.
I can't.
Or
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. It would be a dream. Mm-hmm. All right. You got any more stories over there?
Nope. That's all I got for today.
Wow. Well, I feel exhausted.
I feel exhausted too.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hope you guys all are enjoying your day off this Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I think you deserve it. You've worked hard.
Some of you deserve it more than others.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. We all deserve it.
But yes, I hope you're enjoying this nice 3-day weekend because now you have no breaks for 2 months. So enjoy yourself.
That is the worst thing you could say on this day that people are enjoying.
Day of labor.
Take a PTO day between now and then.
Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah.
Schedule a doctor's appointment. Just kidding. We subs shortage. All right. Well, reminder, we are on Instagram and Facebook. And if you want to watch our reactions to all the things.
You don't want to do this week.
Oh my gosh. Well, you get a lot of Robin cackling and a lot of us. There's a lot of facial expressions. Yes. That's what I noticed anytime I looked at the camera. Yes. Lots of facial expressions. So, do you listen to our voices in your car, watch our faces at home on the big screen? Yes. You can do that. Now, if you do that, send me a picture. I think that's funny.
I watch it.
Kids, Robin and Jill are on. Come on. Let's teacher chatter. Let's sit around.
I watch it. Chris is a comedian, and so he's having these special shows he puts on. And it's like premieres. Mm-hmm. So we watch them, but he always has people snap picture of on Instagram. They'll take a picture of their feet up with him on the big screen. That's what I think people should do to us.
Yeah, maybe that's going to be our challenge. This week, I'll put one of those out on our social media and be like, take a picture of you. I love it. I'm doing it. That's it.
Watching us on.
If it hasn't popped up on your newsfeed yet, you can go ahead and do it in advance, but I will set that
Take it and tag us on it.
That's right. I love it.
We'll do a shout out to you.
Why not?
We'll do a shout out. If you do it, we'll shout out to you.
First one to do it's our favorite listener.
I'm talking about family.
Wait, why did these show up before the podcast came out? That's weird. All right. Well, clearly we are having a good time this week.
We are.
All right, you got a challenge for us?
I do.
Good.
You know what? I was thinking we had our first PACE meeting this week. And we finally had it, and we had a big turnout too. And I want to challenge, if you do not have a group at your school and that you do not meet together, and it doesn't even have to be anything, just start off with 2 or 3 or start a group to pick one morning a week to come together to maybe just have a little bit of prayer time together and quick devotion. And if you don't even have time to do a big devotion at first, maybe just come together and share prayer requests, because today it meant so much to me because I had probably 4 people that didn't weren't going to make it, that texted me and said, hey, will you put this on the prayer request?
Yeah.
Hey, will you put this? And I thought, man, we are so fortunate that we are a school that people can come and you can bring your burdens and you can share. So you know what? If you don't think you can do it, maybe you're a school that will not welcome that or will not allow it. And, we do it before school starts, so it's on our own time. So we're not telling you to do this during your actual school time, but most of us get there early to school. But start before school and just start off with 2 or 3 or even 2, and maybe it will grow. But try to find 1 or 2 people or more to get together, to share your laughter, share about your week, pray together, share your burdens together. And we would love to hear about if this is your first week to do it and how that goes. We'd love to hear about that too. But I just encourage you to find a group. It doesn't have to be a big group to support you and meet once a week or once a month even. If you can't do it once a week, I'll tell you, but once a week it will change you, honestly. Because what I was saying there today, like tears almost came to my eyes. And I thought, here was like 20, 25 people that came early to school to meet together, to carry each other's burdens, to read some scripture together, and to pray for our school and for each other. And man, it will change your outlook on a hard day. And it's so nice knowing that these people that they're going into the weekend knowing that people are praying and covering them in prayer. So I just really thought that we hadn't talked about that before, really encouraged that.
No, I love that. And same thing for us in our meeting today. I was looking around and I was like, we had almost 30 people there.
Yeah.
And I also thought like how powerful, how it changes the climate of your building is amazing.
Yeah, it does.
And we had several last year. I'd say consistently maybe like 15 or so. Yeah. But now I'm looking at them like our numbers are growing, and it was bigger this week than it was last week. And people that haven't been able to make it, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. But it's also like, right, like seeing people do that is going to also create people wanting to come and be a part of it.
And it gives unity to your school and it really is an amazing thing. So.
I love that. Yes.
So.
Very good.
Well, you know what? We hope you have an amazing week this week. You are on week 3. Man, you are sailing. You are changing the world.
Practically May.
Practically May.
Nope, we're in September, but we got through August.
September. Hey, we made it through September. We're in a new month. So you know what?
We made it through August.
Oh, just kidding. We made it to September.
We made it to September.
We made it through August. We made it to September. So
look at us go.
Go us. You know what? This is Listen.
Golly. Teacher, we have to do it
again. This is Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill.
And have an amazing week.
What a podcast.